Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Alexander Lacazette is an Arsenal player officially announced yesterday, and a lot of us all still in a bit of shock to see that Arsenal pull off a big deal like this early in the transfer window. It's brilliant. I loved it yesterday that I was walking around London meeting Arsenal fans and they were all buzzing. We just ain't had that for a while. They were all buzzing and all saying, oh, we pulled off a big signing at last, and fantastic. And Lacazette speaking yesterday to Arsenal's website, he said, I'm of course delighted and very proud to be an Arsenal player because Arsenal is a legendary club. Throughout my childhood, thanks to Thierry Henry and other French players, I always dreamed of playing for this club. So today my dream has been fulfilled. He went on to say, Arsenal's past, it's like, I like clubs with a history. Yeah, that Chelsea fans? Mighty joking, right? Also, the fact that the manager has been here for a while shows that this is a stable club, which I like. In addition, there are quite a few French players here, which makes it easier for me to settle in. In my opinion, Arsenal is also the club that plays the best football in England, so I really wanted to come here. And he goes on to give a message to the fans where he says, I want to give 100% in every game. I want to show I'm worthy of the shirt. I want to do everything I can to make sure that we win titles. All great talk, all what we want to hear. He's got to deliver, of course, but it's a fantastic signing by Arsenal and really, really infused. On the other hand, this rumour coming out about Alexis Sanchez. Now, if we could get Alexis Sanchez nailed down with Lacazette, with the players we've got, we're starting to see a very good Arsenal team. But rumours coming out today that Alexis wants £400,000 a week. Now, I think Arsenal at the moment have tabled a very generous bid deal for him, where we're getting like 275,000 plus add-ons, taking him up to about £300,000 a week. Highest earner at the club. Really on a parity with a lot of the other real high earners in the Premier League. £400,000 a week, claim the Mirror. Whether they're accurate or not, whether it's just, because the Mirror, I have to say, have been very, off the mark with a lot of their stories. They were off the mark with the Lacazette thing when they said that, it was a couple of days ago, they said it weren't happening, it's Mbappe we're going to get. Well, they were completely off the mark with that. I'm hoping they're going to be off the mark with this as well. But £400,000 a week, his agents are negotiating at the moment. Nobody seems to know what is happening. Alexis said he'd tell us what's happening. He still hasn't said anything. This needs to get done. Or what do you guys think? Do we just move him on? I mean, £400,000 a week is a lot of money. But if you want the very best players, you're going to have to pay big money. But that does seem like it seems a ridiculous amount to me. I mean, I think £300,000 a week that Arsenal are offering is a very good offer. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But Alexis Sanchez definitely pushing for as much money as he can possibly get in this deal. Or maybe he's just trying to make it so ridiculous that he can move on. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's get into some of your comments about Lacazette. This one came in from a Liverpool fan. He said, congrats on the signing, from a Liverpool fan. This is from Bloody 2122. He says, I wanted him for years at Liverpool, but it seems that we have bigger problems to fix this summer. He looks like the real deal. He should suit Arsenal's style very well, and has already shown over the years his consistency in scoring goals. I'm happy he's in the Premier League now. So that was a very nice one from a Liverpool fan. Not all of them were like that from some of the fans of other clubs. But I think if you look at the comments, some of them are really grudgingly admitting that, he is a good signing. Bob Smith says, 2017, Arsenal have finally found a replacement for Robbie van Persie. I know, all those years, eh? Ash Gooner 910 says, oh, he's only from the French league. What leagues did the three PFA Player of the Years come from? Sit down, butthurt Manchester United fans and Chelsea supporters. That's very true. That is very true. I mean, where did Mahrez come from? Wasn't it the French league? So listen, this thing about it's only the French league, I'm not buying it also. I think that guy's spot on there. For whatever you think, I think brilliant signing by Arsenal. Brilliant. Now let's get a couple more. We do now have actually I think our full quota of foreign players in our squads, which means that to bring it, if we did want to say go abroad and bring in any other players, we're gonna have to offload a couple. And you got to think Debuchy, maybe Ospina, these guys are probably going to be on their way out of the club. But fantastic signing for Arsenal. What do you guys think? You can send a video message as well. Tell me what you think of the signing of Alexander Lacazette.
Subscribe to ArsenalFanTV.